fixers. So thanks for watching. So this is for the 2000. I think it's, I can't remember what it's, C3, C4, but it's got the LS1 motor. So the knock sensors are underneath the plenum. So that's what we're going after today. This is not a full video. I go all the way up to where I get the knock sensors in there, and I torque them down. I torque the plate on the bottom, which I also go after the plate on the bottom because it was leaking oil, which is a pretty common thing. If you're going to be in there, you might as well just go after that too. But so I went ahead and I did that because they were leaking. So, but I didn't go any further. I didn't do the torque for the upper plenum or anything like that. I just, my phone died, which, you know, probably should get a better phone. So hopefully this is helpful. Just remember, this is not a step-by-step process, so I'm not liable for anything that happens. Just for reference, and this is just basically just for people to find certain things like, well, okay, I need to take that off or whatever. Just you know how. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions or anything like that, just comment down below. Be sure to give me a like, a subscribe, and if you check out the Facebook, I got a Facebook now. It's Fixer Good, and you can go on there. You can ask questions. You can post anything about your trucks, cars, any project you have on the site, and I can answer the questions for you. Just make it a little bit more interactive thing. Also, in the notifications here on the YouTube, I'm sending stuff out there too, so just check that out. So here we go.
2000 Corvette C4. I think it's C4 LS1 motor. So we're gonna go off the knock sensors underneath here. So I'm gonna take all this stuff off, and then we're gonna go after this, and they're actually underneath here. So if you like what I'm doing for you, give me a like, give me a subscribe. We're gonna go off the knock sensors. So here we go. Right now I'm just taking off the fuel wells off. And then we're going to go after the fuel lines. Okay, so we got the fuel line off, so we're going to go ahead and press all these buttons. See this clip? Press that in and pull up. Like that. So you have this here, this line here, so press down on this clip, down, pull it out. Going to pry up on injectors a little bit, and I'll try to do it in a safe manner so I don't break them. There's that. That one. So injectors out of the way. So what I failed to mention earlier is that I've already blown all this out. There's usually rat poop, dirt, rocks all along these areas down here. You can see down here, like right in the crack between the plenum and the block, or the heads, they like to get dirt. As you can see, there's a little bit of dirt there. But you blow it off of there, you're not gonna, once you pop this intake off, you're not gonna have that issue. So we're gonna take this plenum, these bolts out of here, and then we're going to take our 8s off for it. So, taking this off, and now I'm starting to take these bolts off. In the very back, you have to use a ratcheting 5/16 to get that loose. And then the rest, let's go back. Here. So, I was pulling this off. You see this tube here? It sucks flat. It's a PCV hose. That's not supposed to be like that. Also, be careful if it's not like that. You got this wire here. You yank too hard, break this off, and cause more issues. So there's a 10 here if you want to take this off and pull that out that way. Now, our intake should pop up.
So I got the plenum off. So you want to make sure when you do this, you want to do it nice and easy because you see all these connectors and hoses. You can break something off, so just be careful. There, after I get that, and plug all these holes, cover them with a rag, and suck out all this nastiness. So I'm blowing air on the passage here for the bottom plate because it's got a lot of oil down here where the knock sensors are, So we're going to replace the gasket for this also while we're in here, because then, you know, it just makes things nicer. So this is the knock sensor. So you just pry this little rubber thing up, you look inside, there's some oil, usually that's built up because the gasket's bad on this. Don't worry about this connector. If it breaks, it breaks. Usually you have to get a new one, or they come with a new one with the kit, usually vice versa. But you're going to want to replace that connector because it gets, if you look at the wire, I didn't point it out, but it gets pinched against the intake and gives you issues. There's this tube that crosses over. This has coolant in it, so I'm going to suck it out with my sucker. It has a piece of hose on it, and it's going to suck that out so I don't get coolant over everything.
So, pop these off now.
So in order to get this up, you have to take your knock sensors out. If you don't take your knock sensors out, all this prying is going to do you no good. And that's exactly what I did, because I thought it was separate. So you just want to take the knock sensors out, and then you can pry up on it, and it'll come out.
So when I remove this part here, you can see what was leaking. So this is our gasket, and it goes right here, just like a regular seal does, and just rides in there. So it was leaking up through this. I'm gonna clean this off, clean off my other surface, put new seals in, and put it back in. So I got this all cleaned off, and we're gonna go ahead and lay our gasket on there. So that. So you want to make sure you put your gasket on the right way, and all your holes line up. Okay. So this is all clean. You put your bolts in a rag, and we'll spray it. Clean all those up, put them in place, and torque it to spec.
So in your plenum kit, there's this rubber here, or foam. It's very critical because it actually helps keep the wires from getting smashed. And if you look where the rubber is, that's what caused the sensor to go bad, was the wire got crimped out by the intake over time.
Fixers, so I really appreciate you watching, and so if you have any questions or anything like that, just comment down below, and really appreciate it. So have a good one.